San Francisco 49ers have made another signing on day 3 of 2023 NFL free agency. You're watching the San Francisco 49ers Report by Chat Sports. I'm Chase Sr. Thanks for being with us. San Francisco signing Clelin Ferrell, the former number 4 overall pick out of Clemson back in the 2019 draft by the Raiders, to a 1-year contract. We're going to talk about that at length coming up. But first, today's poll question is this. Do you like the signing of Clelin Ferrell? This is a player who was on a similar trajectory to Arden Key to start his career. Both former first-round picks, both were busts to start their NFL career. Arden Key went to the Niners. He started to tear it up. Can Clelin Ferrell do the same? I think he's due for a pretty sizable year. Do you like the signing of him? Y for yes or N for no. Before we get to that, we do want to welcome a brand new sponsor here to the San Francisco 49ers Report. It is Kanzuri. You can get 15% off at kanzuri.com/chat. These are height boosting shoes. Fellas, are you tired of feeling insecure about your height? Kanzuri makes shoes that can add up to 2.8 inches to your height discreetly. Women get heels, makeup, and push-up bras. Why can't men get a confidence boost as well? We're all the same height, lying down anyway, if you know what I mean. Kanzuri shoes are not only height boosting, but also stylish and comfortable. They're not grandpa's Velcro shoes, though. They are fashionable shoes that can receive compliments even without the height increase. The height insoles are integrated into the shoes, making it the ultimate height hack. For a limited time only, faithful, Kanzuri is offering our viewers an exclusive discount of 15% on top of up to 30% off site-wide. Use the code CHAT at kanzuri.com/chat to get 45% off. Don't wait any longer. Upgrade your shoe game and confidence now at kanzuri.com/chat. When I want to get high, I put on a pair of Kanzuris. The link is available in the comment section and in the description of this video. It's Kanzuri, 15% off using the promo code CHAT. So the breaking news at the topic of conversation today for the 49ers is the fact that San Francisco has added a defensive line depth piece to this roster in Clelin Ferrell. Has he lived up to the lofty expectations of being the 4th overall pick back in 2019? No. Does he have potential? Yes. And Chris Kocurek, the best defensive line coach in the NFL, is really a mastermind at maximizing players like this who maybe haven't been a scheme fit. The production hasn't been there. They've been riddled with injuries. Once they come to the Niners, he just allows them to come to life. In recent memory, we're talking about guys like Arden Key, Charles Omenihu, and Samson Ebukam. Clelin Ferrell could be the next. As for what he did last year with the Las Vegas Raiders, 26 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, and 8 quarterback hits. The Pro Football Focus grades, like the production, not all that great. 96 snaps, as oftentimes he didn't play all that much. Overall Pro Football Focus grade of 67.6, run defense grade of 68.7, and a pass rush grade of 62.8. This is a player who can play on the exterior of the defensive line as well as on the interior of this defensive line. And the 49ers are in a great spot right now with their coaching staff. Kyle Shanahan is an offensive mastermind. Steve Wilks, one of the best offseason hirings among all coaching staffs in the NFL. And they were able to hold on to Chris Kocurek as he did not follow DeMeco Ryans to the Houston Texans. And where Kocurek comes in here is that he puts on a masterclass with his development of defensive linemen. He brings them alive when they were previously flailing in their respective NFL careers. And then in turn, once they start producing for San Francisco, they go elsewhere and they get paid. Now, there are a lot of similarities with their respective circumstances and their situations, but also the playing style between a former Niner in Arden Key and the current Niner as of this afternoon in Clelin Ferrell. Arden Key, coming out of LSU, was a first-round pick. His first 3 seasons in the NFL with the Las Vegas Raiders, he had 3 sacks in those 3 seasons. He then had 6.5 sacks with San Francisco and ended up cashing in on a nice little payday with the Jacksonville Jaguars. And then last night, he signed with the Tennessee Titans and Rand Carthen, who used to be the director of pro personnel for San Francisco, and he was in the Bay Area with Arden Key. As for Clelin Ferrell, like Arden Key, a first-round pick, like Arden Key, drafted by the Raiders. Some more production for him because he had 10 sacks in 4 years after he was drafted by the abysmal Mike Mayock and John Gruden regime. And now, what can Clelin Ferrell do? With that, here's another poll question for the faithful. Grade the signing of Clelin Ferrell, given the value, it being a short-term deal, and the need along this defensive line. I'll give it a solid B, maybe a B-. You let me know what you're thinking. And as you venture down to the comment section, please make sure you lock us in and subscribe to the show, the 49ers Report by Chat Sports, with yours truly, the go-to spot for Niners offseason coverage every single day. If you're new to the show, we put out shows and videos every single day during the season, the best watch parties that anybody can imagine. And folks, we are 600 people away from 80,000 subscribers. It's youtube.com/49ers TV. So some more thoughts on Clelin Ferrell here. You look at the outlook of this 49ers defensive line. You have Nick Bosa, the reigning defensive player of the year, coming off an 18.5 sack season. You have Eric Armstead, who's really stout against the run and a good pass rushing defensive tackle. Opposite of him, you have Javon Hargrave, who signed with the Niners on a 4-year, $84 million contract. He's coming off 11 career sacks. Drake Jackson, a career-high 11 sacks last year, I should say. And then you have Drake Jackson, the second-year, second-round pick out of USC. It's really important for him to take that next step as a pass rusher if the 49ers do not sign another premium edge rusher in free agency. I continue to clamor for Yannick Ngakoue, who's been in the league for 7 years and has tallied at least 8 sacks in each of those 7 seasons. The last 4 years for Clelin Ferrell, it's the only time that he's been in the NFL in these 4 seasons. And it's been a frustrating campaign for him. It's been a frustrating tenure for the Las Vegas Raiders. And they didn't exercise his 5th-year option. That's why he's signing with the Niners, and he's looking to rejuvenate and revive a career that a lot of people thought was left on the stretcher for dead. In 2019 as a rookie, 15 games played, had 4.5 sacks coming out of Clemson. In 2020, missed some time, only played 11 games, only had 2 sacks. In 2021, only 14 tackles, 1.5 sacks. And in 2022, 2 sacks, 26 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, 0 forced fumbles. I told Mitchell Renz, host of the Las Vegas Raiders Report, you can book it that Clelin Ferrell will have at least 5 sacks in 2023. That's my bold prediction upon this signing. Make sure you interact with me on Twitter and Instagram. Anytime the Niners have made a big move, I've taken my thoughts to social media in addition to talking about it and chopping it up with everybody on the San Francisco 49ers Report. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Chase_Senior. Make sure you give me a follow. So this is the updated Niners free agency tracker. It all started on Sunday night with that signing of Deshaun Gibson, 1-year, $2.9 million deal. The big splash up to this point, Javon Hargrave, 4 years, $84 million with $40 million in guaranteed dough. Kevin Givens back to the Niners, 1 year, I believe it's less than $3 million. Sam Darnold, 1 year, $4.5 million with $3.5 million in guaranteed money. And then the 2 most recent signings. Yesterday, Jake Brendel, 4-year deal, $20 million, $8 million guaranteed. And then Clelin Ferrell, 1-year deal up to this point. The full contractual details to be determined, but I cannot imagine it's going to be too pricey for San Francisco. So let's round out with this. Clelin Ferrell to the Niners on a 1-year deal. That's the most recent acquisition for the San Francisco 49ers in this 2023 NFL free agency phase. I like it for a couple of reasons. Short-term deal. It's not going to be worth a lot of money. This is a player with pedigree and upside in this defensive scheme, along this defensive line with the talent on this front, and him teaming up with Chris Kocurek in the Steve Wilks defense, which is very generous, to pass rushers out there, I think that Clelin Ferrell could be due for a big year and do what Charles Omenihu and Samson Ebukam did last year and the year before, and what Arden Key did also back in 2021. So one more time, grade the signing of Clelin Ferrell right here live on the San Francisco 49ers Report. And if you're still rocking with us, give me a real one, because it's a real one. Roll call, A, B, C, D, or F, San Francisco. Let's go.